Hi everyone. So I've been asked to talk about cross-posting videos on Facebook. Now this is a bit more of an advanced use of the platform, so if you're fairly new to Facebook, you may not want to try this kind of straight off the bat, but if you kind of know what you're doing with it, then this can be quite a useful tool. But first off, let me just give you some of the things that annoy me on YouTube rather than Facebook. So something you will see quite a lot on YouTube is the same video being uploaded multiple times by different accounts. Now sometimes that's just random people kind of stealing content they like and wanting to use it on their channel. That's just annoying, but annoying more than anything else. But what you will often see is if multiple organizations have collaborated on something, or if an artist is involved in kind of an event run by another organization, you might see that appearing on multiple channels. So for example, Tim Minchin performing at the BAFTAs a couple of months ago, I've no idea what the date is. His performance video is now up on his channel, on the BBC's YouTube channel, and on the BAFTA YouTube channel. So it's there 3 times. And if you are a member of the public who just wants to watch that video, that's just a little bit confusing. You know, you're searching for it and suddenly it's there with 3 slightly different thumbnails, with 3 slightly different descriptions, and you're like, well, which one is the actual video? So it can be a little bit confusing for audiences. From a kind of marketing perspective or from an account holder perspective, it's also a bit of a pain because it can split the stats. So I mean, for a big video like BAFTA, all 3 of those probably got some pretty good view count. But you know, it's lower than it would have been for a single video, and particularly if you're a much kind of smaller creator or working with smaller organizations and you post the same thing multiple times, you know, you might lose a crucial number of views on one or multiple versions of the video, which, you know, will just stop it getting as far because it won't be kind of pleasing YouTube's algorithms, and it's just, you know, it's not great for anyone. It just means that everyone kind of has their own little ownership of it. And that's the thing you see quite a lot, and there isn't really a way around it on YouTube if multiple parties have a stake in a particular video. So it's just something that happens, and unless you can come to an arrangement of who gets it, there isn't really an easy way around it. Facebook, on the other hand, have got a system in place to stop this happening, and this is called cross-posting. Now, basically the principle of it is a video is uploaded to Facebook once by a particular party, and then that person gives access within the Facebook platform to that video file to other people, other artists, other organizations, whatever it might be. Each organization will be able to then post it natively to their own channel, and it'll look like they own it, and it'll appear in their video feed and everything. Visually, they'll have all ownership of it, but the stats are shared, all the views are shared, and it's just a kind of much more coherent way of using content, and you get a much more rounded view of how the video is done by having it kind of in one place and shooting out into different pages, rather than we're on YouTube where it's all split across several different places. So before I talk a bit more about the how of all of this, just to kind of talk a bit more about the reasons to do this. So if you are making a little performance video, it could just be you and another musician sat on your sofa. It's just something as simple as that. But if you both want to use that video on your pages, then this is a really good way to do that. That's a really common reason to do it. If you have played at a festival and the festival wants to use the video but you want to use it as well, again, this is a really nice way of kind of getting the video out to more people and just getting that view count up across 2 audiences rather than 1. Or if, I don't know, a particular organisation has commissioned some work from you, again, you might put it on their page and your page via cross-posting. So it's something that your audience won't necessarily be aware of, but it's just a nice way of organising content between multiple pages. So the way you do it is, firstly, you have to set up a cross-posting relationship. So this just tells Facebook that the 2 of you have agreed that you are going to share videos in this manner. So to do that, you just go to your Facebook page, you hit settings, and then go to cross-posting, which is on the left. And it'll just give you the option to type in the name of a page or the username of a particular page, and that will then fire off a notification to the owner of that other page that you have invited them to cross-post videos. There's also an option to send them a link in case the notification doesn't get through. You can just send that directly over to them by email or in a text or whatever you want to use. And then they can just hit that link and accept the cross-posting request that way. Or if they do get a notification, as they should, then they can just accept it there. And once that relationship is in place, then on a video by video basis, you can choose when you're uploading something, whether it's just for you or whether you want to share it with them as well. So when you do these collaborative videos, one or other of you will have to take responsibility for actually uploading it to the platform. But when you do that, there is a tab on the right-hand side marked Distribution, and one of the options in that panel is to share it with other pages. If you own multiple pages, those will all be listed there, but also if you have established a cross-posting relationship with another page, that will also be listed there. So if you've done this video with the two of you, you upload the video, you then go to Distribution, scroll down, find that other person's page once the cross-posting relationship is in place, and you just say, yes, this person can use it. And then you can post it whenever you like, at your convenience. The other person will then be able to go onto their page and they will see a little box either at the top of their page, or if they use Facebook Creator Studio, it'll also appear in there, to telling them that they have a video available for cross-posting. And then they can just go into that, see what the video is, and then if they want to post it to their page, they can go right ahead. Or if they want to, they can also just ignore it if they don't want to play the game, don't want to share it, if they don't like it, which is fine, they can do what they want. Let's keep with this example of two musicians sat on the sofa playing together. If it wasn't just a recorded video, if it was a live streamed concert, then what you can do via a cross-posting relationship is stream to both musicians' pages at the same time. So both audiences will be able to just go to, whichever musician they fancy and just watch the stream in real time there at the same time as the people on the other page. One thing to note there is that comments won't be shared across those pages, but the views will. So you'll be able to have all the stats there, which, again, from a nerd like me, is the important thing. And that's probably all you really need to know. It's worth reiterating just at the end here that this is a Facebook feature. It doesn't apply to other platforms. There are ways within Twitter that you can share videos, but it's getting quite into the guts of the system and using advertising platforms and things, which is probably more complicated in the remit of this video. So if anyone's particularly interested on doing that on Twitter, I can just drop me an email and I will guide you through it. But in general, think of it as a Facebook feature, and yeah, just use it to get your videos out to the most people, to kind of get the biggest view counts, to make it look good in that sense, and just to make sure that your music goes further.